and wanted to jump on, man. Wanted to jump on to talk about two things since I haven't really been around this weekend. This manhunt in Nashville where the police chief's son shot two police officers. I believe this was yesterday. The manhunt is still ongoing. Not that much information going out about it. This guy has like a long criminal history. The police chief said that he was estranged from his son. A long criminal history. So we'll get into some of that. And then we're also going to watch this, looks like body cam video that Law and Crime released about this Georgia man that shot at cops with an AK-47 after a deadly high-speed chase. And it seems like the chases are kind of just right now dead. Seems like, I don't know, I feel like we're going through another dry spell. But honestly, even when the chases came back, I feel like it still just hasn't been the same as it was like a year ago or 2 years ago. The crazy ones were like the trucks being taken or somebody about to jump off a bridge or the Whippets, which the Whippets I think that was this year actually. The chases just aren't happening like they used to, man. They're just not. What's everybody? Welcome. Hoax. They're just not, man. So let's delve into this a little bit. I was debating on going on the main channel tonight too, maybe to cover possibly Ruby Franke. There's some body cam stuff that came out. We can maybe jump on there, depending how I'm feeling later. Jump on there and watch some of the body cam and talk a little bit. It would be beautiful to get a chase tonight. I would love a chase, but like I'm just kind of like letdown after letdown after letdown. It's like meh, you know, meh. These are the two officers, by the way. They're in stable condition. Officers Ashley Bolyjack and Gregory Kern have been named as the victims, and they're both in stable condition. This is what the guy looks like. John C. Drake Jr. So his father's John Drake and the son is John C. Drake Jr., 38 years old. They released these two images from some Laverne Police Department. That's him right there looking all greasy. Crazy. A life of crime. I was wondering what the story is between the chief and his son. I don't know. You know. But this guy's a grown man right now, 38 years old, the son, and he's just a life of hell, I guess. Kind of curious what's his criminal history. I know, Ronan. Yeah, highly unlikely. Yo, your girl's pregnant? Hey, Tina, what's up? Update suspect. Let's take a look at this. They released like this little short 2-minute video. This was yesterday. Speaking on it.
We have a shelter in place. We have a shelter in place order for the Laverne Lake Forest community. This is going to be Police Chief Chris Mays. He's going to have an update on this situation.
This is a fluid incident. This is what we know at this time. I will share with you the details that we know, but they are subject to change. So we have a shooting incident. The shooting is involving two of our officers. It occurred today's date at 2:23 p.m. at the Dollar General, located at 670 Stones River Road here in Laverne. Our officers were investigating a stolen vehicle.
Dollar General.
During that investigation, they had contact with a subject. They struggled with that subject, and during that struggle, the suspect produced a handgun and fired shots. One of our officers suffered a gunshot wound to the rear left shoulder and was transported to Vanderbilt Medical and is last reported in stable condition. That officer has been with the Laverne Police Department for 2 years and 10 months. The second officer suffered a gunshot wound to the right groin and right forearm. The officer was transported by air to Vanderbilt Medical and is last listed in stable condition. That officer has been with the Laverne Police Department for approximately 1.5 years. Our suspect, who is still at large, is a black male, 35 to 40 years of age, 5 foot 11 inches tall, muscular build with facial hair and dreadlocks. He was last seen wearing a black t-shirt, a white hockey mask emblem on the front with red lettering.
Hockey mask.
Mask emblem on the front with red lettering. He's also wearing gray pants. His last known direction of travel was northbound on Stones River Road from the Dollar General. Residents in the area are asked to shelter in place and lock their doors and to call police if they see any subjects matching the description that we provided. This is what we know at this point in time, and we will provide updates as we are able to. But at this point in time, that is all we're able to share.
So at this time, we won't be taking any questions. We will have another media update as soon as one is available. We will do that right here at 337 Stones River Road. That's it. Thank you.
Very, very short presser. Not much to say, not much information. Statement from the chief, John Drake, the father, and he said the following statement. I'm shocked and deeply saddened to learn that my estranged son, with whom I've had very minimal contact over many years, is the suspect in this afternoon shooting of the 2 Laverne police officers. My thoughts and prayers are with the 2 officers, excuse me, who I understand are now in stable condition. Despite my efforts and guidance in the early and teenage years, my son, John Drake Jr., now 38, resorted to years of criminal activity and is now a convicted felon. He has not been part of my life for quite some time. He now needs to be found and held accountable for his actions today. I hope that anyone who sees him or has information about him will contact law enforcement. Man, that's crazy. Menace to society. Considered armed and extremely dangerous. This happened Saturday, October 21st, shortly before 2:30 p.m. The officer stopped to investigate a stolen vehicle picked up by the city's license plate reader software. Authorities ended up in a struggle, and this was at the Dollar General. Officers ended up in a struggle with an individual who pulled out a handgun and fired at officers. So this guy has no problem, seems like dying, willing to put it all on the line. Officials said one of the officers who had been with the LVPD for nearly 3 years suffered a gunshot wound to the rear left shoulder, while the other, who has been with LVPD for about 18 months, was shot in the right groin, and right forearm. Both officers were reportedly transported to Vanderbilt University Medical Center as of 7:50 p.m. One officer has been released, while the other in stable condition. Still at large, the suspect is 5'11", with muscular build, dreadlocks, and facial hair. He was reportedly last seen heading north on Stones River Road from the Dollar Tree General, wearing a hat, a black t-shirt, and white hockey mask emblem on the front, and red lettering and gray pants. Oh, okay. Oh, that's just that's like his shirt, I guess. The white hockey mask emblem, a black shirt with a white hockey mask emblem. Okay. Read that already. Residents in Lake Forest area responded to Nashville Police Chief's announcement with sympathy. He is a father, and I know he loves his child, so it just breaks my heart. I can't imagine what he's going through, but also he has brothers and sisters in the force that he needs to take care of, and he has done that. One neighbor who preferred to remain anonymous told News 2, officials have confirmed with multiple law enforcement agencies are assisting with the search effort for this armed and dangerous suspect, including Nolensville Police Department, the Metro Nashville Police Department, and Tennessee Highway Patrol. Okay. And the TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, they put out a blue alert announcing that this guy's a threat. And then after 11:15 p.m., they announced the shelter in place has been lifted around Stones River Road and Lake Forest Drive. There's no immediate threat to the public. Remain vigilant. Troubled child. That's the blue alert there. TBI, FBI, or Bureau of Investigation. So the Blue Alert information, it's something that started in 2011, which required an agency to develop a system for rapid dissemination of information to the public to assist in apprehending violent criminals who kill or seriously injure law enforcement officers in the line of duty. So the program uses a statewide infrastructure of the existing Amber Alert system to push out critical information to citizens to assist. Right? That's the gist of that. Now, there's a couple of videos here. There was one thing one of these ladies said that, like, behind that Dollar Tree, there's like it's like a wooded area. Natalie, thank you for the membership. Armed robbery suspect, thank you for joining. Appreciate that. If you're on iPhone, there's like a special link apparently that you have to click. See if I put it in the chat.
Out of Laverne as the search intensifies for Nashville Police Chief's son after 2 officers were injured in a shooting there.
This all started when the 2 officers were sent to the Dollar General on Stones River Road just before 2:30 Saturday afternoon to investigate a stolen vehicle incident. Now, according to authorities, the officers ended up in a struggle with an individual who pulled out a handgun and fired at the officers. Officials said one of the officers, who has been with LVPD for nearly 3 years, suffered a gunshot wound to the rear left shoulder, while the other, who has been with the department for about 18 months, was shot in the right groin and right forearm. Neither of the officers have been identified as of this morning. However, we can confirm one of the officers has been released and the other is in stable condition at Vanderbilt University Medical Center.
And around 5 o'clock on Saturday, the shooting suspect was identified. Laverne police confirmed 38-year-old John C. Drake Jr. was responsible for the shooting of the 2 officers. This is, in fact, the estranged son of Metro Nashville's Chief John Drake. Now, Drake Jr. is still at large this morning, and Laverne police say he was last seen fleeing the scene near the Dollar General on Stones River Road, wearing a hat, a black T-shirt with a white hockey mask emblem on the front and red lettering, and gray pants.
This morning, a Tennessee statewide blue alert has been issued.
Stones River Road. Got to fix the stream after this. There's the Dollar Tree right here, Stones River Road. One of the reporters in one of the videos that we're going to watch, she mentioned that there's like a wooded area. Maybe he could have escaped back there. I mean, I don't know how far he would have got on foot or how he would have access to another vehicle. They steal another vehicle. This is Laverne. It's like this little, it looks like a small town next to Nashville. Laverne. I don't know if it's connected. It looks like it's a separate little small town. Dollar Tree.
For John Drake Jr. A blue alert is activated when a violent attack on a law enforcement officer has occurred and a search for the suspect is active. The TBI confirming Drake Jr. is wanted for 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder and says he should be considered armed and dangerous.
And immediately following Saturday's shooting, the city of Laverne had a shelter-in-place order active. Around 11 o'clock last night, that was lifted. However, the update read in part, quote, "There is no immediate threat. We're continuing our search efforts and ask everyone to remain vigilant."
And Police Chief John Drake released a statement following the shooting, reading in part, quote, "Despite my efforts and guidance in the early and teenage years, my son, John Drake Jr., now 38 years old, resorted to years of
Music Mom City says Dollar General, not Tree. Is that what it is? Okay. In my head, it's all the same, but probably. Let's take a look. All the same in my head. Let's keep listening.
Of criminal activity and is a convicted felon. He has not been part of my life for quite some time. He now needs to be found and held accountable for his actions.
Over here says Dollar Tree. Well, let me, I'll try to confirm it. Let me double check.
Today, I hope that anyone who sees him or has information about him will contact law enforcement.
And not long after that statement, Nashville Mayor Freddie O'Connell also releasing a statement reading, quote, "My heart goes out to Chief Drake, his family, and the 2 wounded Laverne police officers. I know that despite our best efforts, including in their early years, we can't be responsible for the choices of family members. I support Chief Drake and stand by him at this difficult time. He is the right chief of police for Nashville." Of course, we'll continue to bring you the latest updates in each half hour of Good Morning Nashville this morning. So
it does say Dollar General. You're right. Dollar General. That's 67 Stones Road, Rivers. Let me make sure we pull this up again. Laverne. Okay, you're right. You're right. Thank you for that correction. Wait, hold on. So let's see. Where's this at? Where are you? Okay. Dollar General Laverne. Stones River Road. Oh, okay. So it's in the other way, on the other side. Okay. Okay. So this is a different view. Let me show it again then. Okay. So this is Laverne, and that's Nashville up there. So I have the wrong one. I thought it was this over here, but it's the Dollar General. According to this article, Stones River Road. And it says 670 Stones River Road. Let's see. Yeah, 670 Stones. So that's the one right there. Okay. So there is a huge wooded area. I guess maybe he ran off into, who knows? It's huge back there. Bigger than the other area we're looking at initially.
Is John Drake Jr., the estranged son of Metro Nashville Police Chief John Drake. Right now, we have crews in Laverne where that manhunt is still happening. And we were also at Vanderbilt Medical Center, where one of the officers was just released from the hospital.
Angie Carter, thank you for the membership. And Gypsy, welcome. Thanks for the membership. And more 17, thank you. And Debutan, thank you for the super chat.
So let's start in Laverne with our own Sharon Dankwa, who's joining us live now. Sharon, you've been talking to people who live nearby. What are they saying tonight?
Well, Lydia, a woman who lives just feet away from the Dollar General told me she looked outside of her window and saw police running up to the store with guns. You can still see the scene behind me. They came in siren after siren from more than 5 different agencies. Police officers rushed in from all directions to this Dollar General on Stones River Road.
It was so many, I stopped counting.
Rachel Demery says she saw it all from her front window, and minutes later,
that's when my daughter called and said that there was 2 police officers shot. I said, oh my goodness, but then I was trying to listen to the news. Then alert came on the phone, alert came on the TV, and they were saying that he was still out at large.
Oh,
police say license
emergency alerts, the blue alert.
Plate readers in Laverne picked up a stolen car at this Dollar General. So officers went to the scene to check it out.
Our officers were investigating a stolen vehicle. During that investigation, they had contact with a subject. They struggled with that subject, and during that struggle, the suspect produced a handgun and fired shots.
Officers say 38-year-old John Drake Jr. shot 2 officers, one in the shoulder and the other in the groin, and ran off.
I was just like, wow, I've never seen anything like this. I've been here all these many years. He shot 2 police officers and they was able to get away. I started looking around. I checked the bag. Checked because got a pool got up under the deck.
Tonight, Metro Police Chief John Drake confirmed the suspect is his estranged son. In this statement, he says he's shocked and saddened to hear that his son is a suspect in the shooting, and his thoughts and prayers are with the 2 officers. He adds, despite the efforts and guidance, his son turned to crime many years ago and is a convicted felon. He says he hasn't been a part of his life for quite some time.
Damn, is this the right guy?
Found and held accountable for his actions.
I wonder if this is the right.
Police spent hours.
I pulled up. I was doing a little background check, but I'm still not sure. Let me see if this person is John Drake, born 85-38. Let me see. That matches at least the age. He's 38 years old. I wonder if this is the guy. Oh, if this is the right guy, homeboy got some crazy ish going on here. They really need to look into this. The person that I'm looking at, get ready for this. Get the little background look here. What I pulled up so far, what this says, I'm not 1,000% sure because I need more information, but aggravated assault, strangulation. That's from When is that? 2017. Oh, this person's on a offender list. We have to check that out. The R word. Offender. So if this guy's on the offender list, we should be able to pull him up pretty easily. Aggravated strangulation, 2017. Misdemeanor evading arrest. Not the first time homeboys evaded arrest. This is him. He's on the watch list too. I think this is him. Well, I don't know. This is John Drake. I have to verify. Double check. I don't know if that's him. Does it look like him? Let's take a look. I don't know. This looks like a different person. There a bunch of weirdo John Drakes out there. I'm going to have to research this after. John Drake Jr., criminal history. Oh, it is actually right. It is right. So check this article I just found. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. I wanted to get like a double confirmation because sometimes those background checks could be. I've seen people with the same name and somewhat same date of birth or whatever. It's very easy to easily get mixed up. But check this out, bro. Check it out. We know about this. We know about this. Okay, Drake's criminal history dates back to 2005 with 59 criminal charges. 59. The Nashville NBC affiliate reported. We'll take a look at that in a second. He was convicted of aggravated R in 2009 and charged with 3 different offender violations. Between 2015 and 2020, he was also found guilty of aggravated burglary, resisting and evading arrest, domestic bodily injury, assault with domestic bodily injury, criminal impersonation, and other charges. Bro, got a laundry list of criminal stuff. Wow. That's why I don't want to go back. I hope they don't let him out. Well, now they shot at cops. Maybe I guess he can go rape people and do all kinds of stuff, strangle people and everything, be let out. But now maybe he shot a cop. Maybe they won't let him out. Ooh, we're looking greasy. Big number, 10 years to life. First degree attempted murder charges in Tennessee each come with a sentence of between 10 years and life in prison. If convicted, those found guilty do have the possibility of parole. Let's see what else we got. Well, that's it. You got to pay if you want more. Okay. Well, that's interesting.
2 Laverne police officers, one of which has been released from the hospital and the other is in stable condition. News 2's Nikki McGee has more from a neighbor's house just yards away from where the search began. And Nikki, what have you seen over the past several hours?
Yeah, Kenley, well, I'm here in the Lake Forest subdivision, and I can tell you this has been a very busy area this evening. I don't know if you can hear, but there are drones right above me that are buzzing around. We've also seen helicopters land in this very field behind me, and also behind me you can see that Dollar General. That's where this all began. But I want to direct your attention across the street. You're going to see this heavily wooded area, and I can tell you we have seen officers as well as those drones flying around this area, seeming to pay close attention to it and behind their neighbors.
I wonder if he's taken to the woods, hiding out in the woods.
Tell us there is water and boat ramps. That's been one major area of focus this evening. But for right now,
that's a good question. Angie Carter says, do you think he was impersonating his father? Ooh.
Manhunt continues into the evening as neighbors are asked to shelter in place. From helicopters landing feet from their backyards to officers searching sheds, the Laverne manhunt kept neighbors on high alert into the evening hours Saturday. One neighbor who didn't want to be identified due to safety concerns watched the search unfold.
It's crazy. Nothing like that happens here. This is insane.
Dozens of officers.
By the way, last night I was chilling here, and all of a sudden, all these cops pull up downstairs. I'll show you a picture. I'm talking like 8 cars. 8 cars pull up. I was like, oh, snap, it's going down. And they go and arrest some guy. I mean, it was a bunch of cops. And my thought that ran into my head, because there was like two cops under. Where did I get this? But I didn't get it in the camera view. There's 2 cops under, or 4 cop cars actually under the window I was taking, and there's like more in the back and stuff. And they arrested him. I don't know what he was getting arrested for. My first thought at first was like maybe domestic violence, TV. But then I was like, I don't know. What if he's been selling stuff? I don't know. But one of my first thoughts is I hope more people get arrested. I hope they get everybody. Clean up this whole neighborhood. Clean up. And I'm living in a pretty nice area, decent area. I hope they arrest. Clean the whole neighborhood up. I hope they lock his ass up. Don't come back out. Keep letting these people out. Clean this whole shit up. All of them get locked up.
Officers came from agencies across the area to search for suspect 38-year-old John Drake Jr., later identified as Metro Police Chief John Drake's son. Laverne Police Chief Chris Mays says it all began at the Dollar General at 270 Stones River Road.
Our officers were investigating a stolen vehicle. During that investigation, they had contact with a subject. They struggled with that subject, and during that struggle, the suspect produced a handgun and fired shots.
Chief Drake later issuing a statement identifying the suspect as his estranged son.
Yeah, the Facebook profile I pulled up is actually the father's Facebook. Looks like the dad's Facebook that I pulled up.
Adding that he was shocked and deeply saddened by the news and that John Drake Jr. should be held accountable for his actions. A sentiment Lake Forest neighbors met with sympathy.
He is a father, and I know he loves his child. So that just breaks my heart. I can't imagine what he's going through. But also, he has brothers and sisters in the force that he needs to take care of, and he has done that.
As Saturday's search continued into the late night hours and neighbors remained behind locked doors, they were comforted based on the response they could see right outside their windows.
What was a scary situation and could be like seriously frightening, but instead, we were comforted to know that they were out there and doing their job, doing the very best that they could, and we were able to get that anxiety level down.
Now, right now, John Drake Jr. is considered to be armed and dangerous. That's according to police. If you see any signs of him, you're asked to call 911 right away. Live in Laverne, I'm Nikki McGee, News 2.
We'll be keeping with the latest.
Okay. I was just trying to see if there's more in his previous criminal history. All right. Let's see. Look up. Let's look him up in the registry. Man, that's crazy. This guy really, what a life this guy took. John Drake Jr. Okay, let's see. Is that him? Let's see. Oh boy. Let me just double check. This looks like him. 1985, 819. That matches the thing here. Okay, let's take a look. That's him. That's him. Drake John Calvin. Violent. Date of offense 5/5/2008. He hurt somebody. Assault 613. Community supervision violation. Failure to be booked in February. He's had multiple offenses as an offender. Offender registration violation. Physical contact. Wow. Community supervision violation. Wow. So I guess they just get to violate everything. Don't matter, huh? Sexual offender registration form contents required. Failure to appear. Driving suspended license. Registration violation. All this stuff. Theft, boy, steal. He doing all kinds of stuff as a registered offender. Assault, evading arrest, trespassing, resist arrest. Holy shish kebab. Wow. Tattoos, tattoo abdomen, tattoo arm left, tattoo arm right, on his back and his chest. Okay. Wow. Okay, so the other thing I want to take a look at this just to see what this is about. This is a newly released video about it. Camera shows a car chase turned shootout in Carroll County, Georgia, that left 3 officers shot and wounded and a suspect dead, and another sentenced to life in prison. Wow. Actually, let me open this real quick separately. I can read about it. All right.
We're now getting a first-hand look at a Georgia car chase turned shootout that left multiple officers injured, one suspect killed, and another with a lifetime prison sentence. It happened on April 12th, 2021 in Carroll County, Georgia, west of Atlanta. That's where a Georgia State Patrol trooper stopped a Nissan Sentra driving more than 100 miles per hour along the interstate.
Damn, Nissan Sentra. Classic, old school.
Investigators later determined the driver was Aaron Shelton. His cousin, Pierre Shelton, was in the passenger seat.
Oh, look. Is that his mugshot too? No remorse, no sadness, nothing. Demon time.
The driver was Aaron Shelton. His cousin, Pierre Shelton, was in the passenger seat. As dash camera video shows, at first, the driver doesn't stop for the trooper. Eventually, though, the car pulls to the side of the road.
Is this in the country? Trying to pull out the gun, roll up on them. I wonder when they shine that spotlight. Is that for the officers just to see better, or is that a tactic to blind them, kind of? Or just to see better?
But when the trooper gets out to approach the Nissan, it speeds off.
He could have got shot and killed right there, too.
Dash camera video shows the initial chase as Aaron Shelton attempts to outrun the trooper.
Those cars got like turbo in there or something? The cop cars? Both? Oh. Gotta catch up. Supercharged? A little Nissan Sentra going anywhere.
Soon, the trooper gains on Shelton's vehicle. As dash camera video continues, the initial trooper zeroes in on the suspect's car and taps it as it drives along. The car veers out of frame before straightening out once again. Next, Pierce Shelton can be seen from the passenger side of the Nissan pulling out an AK-47. He points the gun back at the Georgia State Trooper and opens fire.
Shots fired, shots fired.
As the chase continues, multiple other units respond to the call, including county sheriff's deputies and local police officers.
I wonder who's the person that passed away, the driver or the passenger? Look, the passenger was holding the AK, right? Oh, interceptor package like a race car engine.
Dash camera video from other first responders shows them joined together in the search for Shelton and his cousin.
Wearing a yellow hoodie. Floorboard. 6-6, back off of them, back off of them. Back off, let's see what they do. Dispatch, we're right here going 69 miles an hour. I'm waiting to see what we do. We're turning right on Bankhead Highway.
Turning right on the Bankhead.
Oh, cousin, passenger. Okay.
All right, get me some people up here. Let's get ready to do felony stop. If not, we will pit.
Carrollton Police Sergeant Rob Holloway can be heard on body camera video calling out instructions during the chase.
All right, back it off. Back off just a little. We're going to follow at this distance. Dispatch, we're going 60 miles an hour. Bankhead Highway. We're passing Barnes Store. Get Villarica set up. Spikes at Bay Springs.
Buffalo with some kind of A-frame. Something up under it. Definitely an AR stop.
Hey, just make sure we're backed off just enough, okay? I'm going to try to turn on my scene lights. Dispatch, we are going about 90 miles an hour. We are coming up on Old Airport Road.
But only a minute later, shots are fired toward Holloway.
They're hitting their brakes. I'm waiting to see what they're about to do. She went back off of them.
Just went out, you got Grand V Connor. You ain't got to worry about spikes.
I know, but I don't want to get up here where they're moving around. I'd rather just go ahead and disable them.
Sergeant Holloway was shot in the head and crashed his squad car as a result.
Oh, shoot.
Dash camera video from Holloway's squad car shows the same moments from a different angle.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Wow, oncoming traffic, too. How wild. Oof. Oh, man.
These same moments of Holloway's crash were also captured by another officer's dash camera.
Oof. That is crazy, man.
10-4, unit 10-3, 10-33. 249, somebody check on 249.
As the crime unfolds, video shows officers on the scene take cover, ducking behind parked squad cars.
After that, it's on site. It's on site.
Video then shows some officers move to a new location.
Oh, it'd be interesting to see the whole raw dash cam, body cam.
This video shows the perspective of Carrollton police officer Chase Gordy, who also responded to the scene. Gordy can be seen taking cover in front of his squad car as shots ring out in the distance.
Oh. Wow.
Soon, gunshots are fired directly at Gordy. Gordy can be seen calling for help as the gunfire continues.
Damn, where's all the other cops at? Is he ramming the car? What is it? No. I pushed up to the car.
For only 2 seconds, a suspect is seen in front of the squad car, gun in hand. Officer Gordy's body camera video captures these same moments from another perspective.
He's on my car! He's on my car! He's behind my car!
In all, 3 first responders were shot and injured: Gordy, Holloway, and Deputy Jay Repetto. Pierce Shelton also died in the incident. Aaron Shelton and Deputy Jay Repetto. Pierce Shelton also died in the incident. Aaron Shelton was arrested and indicted on 22 counts, including felony murder, felony...
Man, that guy looked like just evil.
...fleeing, and aggravated assault of law enforcement officers. He was later convicted and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Reporting for...
Did the other, did they say the officer passed away or no? I couldn't... 3 officers shot and wounded, a suspect dead. And another one sentenced to life. Okay. Wow. He survived, yeah. Somebody here in the comments said Officer Holloway was shot in the head and survived. Told the scumbag in court, regardless of what I've been through, you didn't take anything from me that God didn't restore. Damn. Can we see that? Is there some type of thing somewhere? Let's see, what's this guy's name? April 12th, 2021. Okay. Aaron Shelton, Pierre Shelton. Sentencing. Oh, yeah, I'll take a quick look at this shit. Ooh. Let's see, sentencing. Hold on, let's take a look at this. In their own words, Carrollton officers shot.
And on count 22, felony murder, the court sentences the defendant to life without the possibility of parole.
The man convicted in a car chase and shocking battle that injured 2 Carroll County lawmen and a Villa Rica police officer will spend the rest of his life behind bars. 25-year-old Aaron Shelton was convicted last week for his role in the April 2021 shooting. Prosecutors say Shelton was the driver in the crime spree with his cousin, Pierre Shelton. Pierre fired an AK-47 at law enforcement several times and was eventually killed by police. The 3 injured officers sat down together this afternoon to talk about what happened and about Shelton's sentence.
The terror and pain of that night are still fresh, and the bond between them is strong.
The good guys are here. The good guys won. These guys right here, I love them.
Villa Rica police officer Chase Gordy was shot in the shoulder and the leg. He's back on the job. Former Carrollton police officer Rob Holloway was shot in the head. He is medically retired. Carroll County Deputy Jay Repetto was shot in the arm and is still on temporary disability. All of them bear the emotional scars of being shot with an AK-47.
It was a miracle that the 3 of us are sitting here, especially Rob.
Deputy Repetto and a colleague responded to the initial gunfire that April morning, and it was Repetto who killed the gunman, Aaron Shelton's cousin Pierre. He says he and Aaron made eye contact during the trial.
The sense I got from him looking at me the way that it was, he knew that I had been responsible for his cousin's death, so it was kind of a stare down there for a second.
All 3 men say they are satisfied with the sentence, especially given Aaron Shelton's lack of remorse.
He didn't even say sorry or anything.
For the past 2 weeks, he never looked at any of us, didn't show any kind of concern.
Rob Holloway is still in rehab and says the trial was harder than he expected.
But then seeing everything all over again, it brought up emotions.
That's wild.
But to know that there is closure, there's always going to be.
That's pretty crazy too. Not to even take any kind of cover. He's just standing in the middle of the road shooting.
Pain of whether somebody lost their life or mental status, or things in life that we might have missed out on.
Unfortunately for me, I've been dealing with shades of PTSD for years and years, and this just kind of really went over the top, and I've had a really hard time with it. But today, just seeing that he got the sentence that he deserves, that helps a little.
When you do things like Aaron Shelton did, there's going to be consequences, and today will serve that consequence.
The injured officers say the support of the community has been invaluable in their recovery, especially when thousands turned out to welcome Officer Holloway.
This other article too, let's see here. Jury convicts man who laughed about officer shooting.
This afternoon, we talk exclusively with the former Carrollton police officer who was critically wounded by an AK-47 wielding suspect in a car chase in 2021. On Friday, a Carroll County jury found the driver of the car guilty of more than 20 charges. Fox 5's Doug Evans has the story.
From the day Rob Holloway was shot in the head by this man, to the day he returned to his community months later, to his first day back at work a year afterwards, it's been a journey.
To know that kind of evil is out there, Mr. Doug, it was just upsetting, very emotional.
Friday, a Carroll County jury convicted Aaron Shelton, who was the driver of the car Rob Holloway was pursuing on April 12, 2021, when the passenger Pierre Shelton opened fire in court this Thursday for his sentencing. Here's what he'll say.
I forgive him. I pray for his salvation and Pierre's. From that day, I forgive him, both of them.
Forgiveness is no easy thing. Aaron Shelton participated in the shooting that wounded Holloway. And during the trial, the jury heard jailhouse phone recordings the next week in which Shelton laughed about it.
To know that that gentleman is sitting in jail laughing on the phone without a care in the world, not realizing what each person was going through mentally, physically, and spiritually.
A jury convicted Shelton of 22 charges, including murder. Officers were forced to kill his cousin, Pierre Shelton, to end the rampage. 3 officers wounded, 7 shot at. Aaron Shelton will pay the price and will be sentenced for murder.
I'm sure there's probably people out there like, oh, the officers should have de-escalated. They did too much, and this was some type of wrongdoing. All right. The other thing, let me see. Mo sent me something too. Let's see. Oh, this is the same thing. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, that was what you sent me. Gotcha. Okay. We're good. And the sentencing here. All right. Good. All right. I guess that's it. Go to church if you want forgiveness. I don't know what's going on with the chases, man. We ain't getting no chases. Oh, by the way, the other thing I meant to tell you guys. So Daniel Robinson's father got back to me, and so we're supposed to be linking up Tuesday. So that they will be doing like the interview or the conversation. I'll probably have to edit it and stuff like that. Put some videos and pictures, things like that together. So yeah, that should be still happening. We did a members video on the main channel and how to went over the story and details and questions, which Katrina sent me the questions. I have to look over them. See, she sent it to me in a Word doc. I have them here saved. But tomorrow I'll probably go through this stuff, the questions that you asked in the members chat. And I have some of my own as well. Tomorrow's half a day for the baby, half a day tomorrow, and Tuesday, no school. No school. No school. I've been keeping an eye on all this Israel, Hamas, Palestine, Iran, Saudi Arabia, is it? Syria, the U.S. It's kind of interesting. I've been watching some debates and stuff online. Been kind of keeping an eye on things. Things are still looking pretty bad. They did release 2 U.S. citizens, which is amazing. It's good. It's great. Good news, right? But there was somebody I saw talking on the news that they believe this is all part of the plan of Hamas, that Hamas is planning something else as part of the plan. So I don't know. Really sticky situation. Let me close this out. I was trying to see if there was any updates with Chelsea Grim, because we covered that, I don't know, a couple of days ago, I think. I thought there would. Okay, this is one. No, that's the same thing we covered already. Chelsea Grim, who vanished on the road trip, appeared to be disoriented at Arizona hotel, witness says. Yeah, that story's gone quiet. No, nothing. Crickets. I went to my mother's today too, spent some time with my mother. And, you know, Maddie, of course, and I met my sister's boyfriend today. First time. But anyway, I went out to the backyard, and something I noticed that's interesting. I've been having a hard time reviving my lemon plant. My lemon plant won't come back, really. I don't know why. That lemon plant. And my mother's tree is looking bad too. She keeps hers outside. She has a garden in her backyard. It's not doing great. I don't know what it is. What do these things want? whether it's watering, not watering, too hot, not hot, fertilizer, take him out and repot him. Debutan, what you gonna go edit? Yeah, the Israel stuff could escalate. It could get really pretty bad. Well, that's the thing. Hoax that motherfuckers want to get $1 billion to Israel and Ukraine. I thought they were saying like 100 billion or something like that. Ukraine. When I saw that too, I was like, damn, bro. Like, I know, people are helping and stuff, but at the same time, it's like this country is going to be like in really, really bad shape. I mean, he's going to pass a bill, 105 billion request for Israel and Ukraine. Like, dang, bro. Wow. Who else is on the list? Ugh. Well, he said it's American interest, and that's why we need to do it. I mean, I get helping out, but I'm just wondering where this is going to lead to in the future. 100 billion, bro. 100 billion? And there's people in this country suffering, homeless, dying, can't get insurance, can't buy the rent's up expensive. I was talking with my family today. Like, the rent's expensive as hell. Buying a house, the rates are expensive as hell. The groceries are expensive as hell. Is gas going to go up? I mean, I guess they're just going to print this shit out. Just make this virtual money that doesn't exist. Just keep printing shit out and making virtual digital money and stuff. I was like, wow. How many people here suffering? They don't pay people enough. They're killing us on taxes. Wow. And I think about too, like, sometimes I'm really stretched out, right? Like, sometimes people are hitting me up, or asking me to do this, asking me to do that. Can you do this? Can you do that? And it sometimes like stresses me out. And then sometimes people get upset too. As if I have my own stuff I got to take care of too, my own personal life, Maddie, all my stuff in the house, like all these different things. And so at some point where you're just been stressed out, you're doing everything for everybody else, you neglect yourself. And it's like this crazy expectation that you just got to do everything for everybody or respond to everybody, do everything for everybody. And I almost look at it as if like this thing too, I know it's complicated and stuff, but like, I don't know, how can you help others when you can't help yourself? You got to take care of yourself. I don't know, bro. I don't know what the end result's going to be. I guess we'll see. Well, that's the thing too. You're asking to borrow money. Everybody asking to borrow money. Think you're rich and shit. Borrow this or borrow that. Jesus Christ. That's how I feel sometimes. Sometimes I feel completely stretched out. That's when I stop answering my phone and I stop responding back to text. I just can't. Well, that's true, Crim. So, like on a plane, Mel, put on your oxygen mask first. Yeah, that's the thing. And I think some people don't know that, or sometimes they're surprised when they hear that. It makes sense though on a plane, like if you're with your child, that if the masks disperse, that you're supposed to put on the mask first, because if you pass out, how are you going to help out your child next to you if you're already passed out? You're going to put that mask on yourself first and then help out your child. Even if your child passes out, you get the oxygen on them. If you're passed out, you can't help out your kid. So I don't know. Well, that's one. People do think that I am like that. And I'm really not like that. I've just saved money, but I just have sometimes people in my own personal life, just like, and I've tried to help out people, and then when you help out, you never hear from them again. And it's just like, So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I've been paying attention. I think people should pay attention to this, even if you're not into it. At least be aware of your surroundings and what's going on. Even if you just watch it a little bit, a couple minutes a day or something, or just put it on the news, just to see what's going on. You know, keep an eye on it, because this is a pretty big deal. I don't know how much worse it's going to continue to get. Marie. Yeah, that's a lot. I can't even like really kind of comprehend 105 billion. I can't even comprehend that. Like, to see, like, how do you even, like, to think about that number in your head, let alone a million. And also, I mean, I don't want to veer off too much, but we're closing off, just having random conversation with you guys. Hezbollah, is that from Iran as well? So I know, like, Hamas is like Iran people, like, funded or supported by Iran. Hezbollah is the same thing too. Hezbollah. What a mess. Better print some money. Yeah, Queen. Yeah, no. I think just lately it's been like an increase with Maddie's school now, and like all those requirements and stuff they have. It's been like a step up. I'm not used to it. With the last school she was in, it was like kind of chill. You got a little thing here and there. Now it's like homework all the time, and these apps you gotta have them get on, and you have to sit them on the computer and log into some app, and every day there's some type of donation. Every other day there's some type of new donation thing they got going on. We need money for this, we need money for that. T-shirt day, all these different shirts. Let me pull up the app. They got like a whole little thing here. Let's see. Oh, somebody said to me somewhere. And I wanted to do good in school too, I hated school. I was bad in school. I didn't like math. The math was my worst thing. Let's see what they're saying. Live entertainment. So they got some sort of carnival thing going on. They got one Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday next week. Canada's also giving to Ukraine. Oh. Cupcake Dad Duty. I don't have anything. I don't know. I bought Maddie some LED wings that a friend suggested. I still have to get her a costume. I know it's like, I'm always like late with that. I don't know if I'm gonna dress. I've never dressed up for Halloween. I don't know if I'm gonna. I grew up Jehovah's Witness and we didn't dress, so I'm not Jehovah's Witness now. But I guess it just kind of stuck with me. Like Halloween's kind of like, kind of do it for the kids. Well, the growing God in Discord. Okay. Remember Floyd Mayweather reading to us. Oh my God. Yeah, that guy's always struggle with reading. What's going on around the world? What is going on? All this anti-Semitism stuff, and the other thing too is they said that what was that place that's in the middle of Gaza, like Israel, or like kind of, it's like not related supposedly to Hamas. What's the West Bank or something, right? They said there was some type of attack there too. I'm still learning about all this stuff. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna head out for now. Hopefully there's a chase. I don't know what's coming up this week. Tuesday, I want to do the whole Daniel Robinson thing. I don't know if I'm coming back on the main channel tonight. I was gonna do that Ruby Frankie stuff, but I don't know. I'm gonna chill out for a little bit and see. I would love there to be some type of damn chase, but I guess we can't even really hold out for that. On the 30th, by the way, there is a trial starting that I'd like to cover. So, like, don't, right now we're just kind of in between whatever, but that Caitlin Armstrong trial, I think we're going to cover that. So we're going to be back on the grind, through the weekday. I believe they're streaming it. Let me see. Caitlin Armstrong trial. That's the next one. People are wondering what trial we're covering next. It's been a while since we had like a big trial. Yeah, October 30th. It's been a while since we had a big trial. Like, I think the last thing to me was kind of Stout. Tisha Stout, somewhat of a big trial. The Murdoch thing. So there's going to be this, I got to find out this whole evidentiary hearing. I don't know if they're going to stream it. I'd be curious if they ended up getting another trial. That would be so interesting. I would totally cover it again. Some people are like, I can't do it again. I would ride out again. Right out again. Alex Murdoch case headed back to the lower court. I feel like we got to, man. We can't people that went through all that stuff that we went through, watching that trial, the financial crimes and everything. We have to go back. We can't just leave it at that. Can't just walk away. Right? Can't walk away. Piers Morgan. Rebecca, I've been watching the last couple of days, this last week. He did some really good interviews. There was this comedian that went off. I thought he did a really good job. It's really interesting to hear both sides of the argument.
Court of Appeals is sending the Murdoch murder case back to the circuit court.
Yeah, this comes after the defense requested an evidentiary hearing for jury tampering allegations. News 19's Zoe Henry has more on what that means.
As of Tuesday, Alec Murdaugh's defense attorneys were granted an evidentiary hearing for the jury tampering allegations made by Murdoch's attorneys following the trial. In a statement from Murdoch's attorneys Dick Harpootlian and Jim Griffin, this is, quote, welcome news. We intend to proceed expeditiously and will seek a full-blown evidentiary hearing addressing.
This is a mini W for the defense team at Alec Murdoch. And I literally said when we did that stream, I don't know if you guys saw it or whoever was there, when we covered the whole thing of the allegations of jury tampering, and I was like, I actually think they have a good chance to go back from what I saw, like written sworn testimony.
Addressing the serious allegations pertaining to improper jury communications by the clerk of court. Meanwhile, the Attorney General's office sent this in response to the new hearing. We will respond through the legal process at the appropriate time. Luke Shealy is a Columbia criminal defense attorney.
So really the jurisdiction was up there, so they really had to stay that appeal, convince them that this was a big enough deal to pause the appeal essentially and come back down to circuit court where Judge Newman would have the opportunity to rule on this motion.
This comes after Harpootlian and Griffin submitted a 65-page motion in September that brought the evidentiary hearing, which could lead to the potential of a new trial. Taylor Bell is a Columbia attorney. He says the timing of this hearing is out of the ordinary.
This is kind of an unprecedented thing
It doesn't typically happen. It's not very common for it to come so soon. Most of the time, these types of motions are made years after, when other people come forward, or maybe DNA.
Harpootlian and Griffin say the Colleton County Clerk of Court, Becky Hill, had private conversations with jurors. Hill has denied those allegations. Bell says this hearing will look to answer 2 questions. Did Alec Murdoch receive a fair trial? And did Becky Hill, the Clerk of Court, interfere with the final ruling?
It is based on allegations that there was jury tampering by the Clerk of Court, and it was based on interviews in which the defense attorneys took related to jurors in this case, as well as potentially the book that was published by the Clerk of Court.
Now Murdoch's legal team will have to wait to see whether the judge will allow witnesses in the upcoming hearing.
I think that they have to allow witnesses in the upcoming because they had sworn testimony. So, like, you have to be allowed to bring those people in if they're going to speak up. I'm really curious about that. And let's see here. Kelly said, would they bring the financials in this time that it's done? I'm sure they would show history. Like, I don't know if they would. Mo, what do you think? My thing is, like, he pleaded guilty to that, right? So, like, I don't know. Would they drag us through the financials again? Just to, I guess they're going to say that's the prosecutions would say that that's his motive. So possibly, I wonder if it would be shorter or longer. And then, I don't know. I thought the Satterfields was supposed to have something coming up too. Satterfield, some type of something. I thought, or did they settle? I thought they had something coming up. No Judge Newman? No, we got to have Judge Newman. Tamil says to help Ukraine preserve its territorial integrity, secure its borders. That dome thing that they have, Israel, it's like this laser thing. I don't know if you knew that shoots like missiles out of the sky, I guess, or rockets or whatever. But I heard today when I was at my mother's house, I was watching the news and a few of them got through. So I guess it's obviously not foolproof. I think the other issue with the dome is that, like, it's kind of like the range of it. That it's not, I forgot what the range is, but you have to kind of have a lot of them. Was found guilty. You don't think it will come in? Okay. Iron Dome. Yeah, the financial thing would be tough. We'd have to find some type of thing in the meantime if they drug us through that again. The family was slid on jury. Was that what happened to? The dome could be overwhelmed. Maybe that's a strategy too. They could shoot multiple rockets. When that hospital got hit, there was multiple rockets shot into the air. Well, I think it was actually the hospital parking lot that got hit, and then it affected the hospital. What's up, Marie? How you doing? So yeah, this week I don't know what to expect. Tuesday is definitely the Daniel thing. I'm gonna do that Tuesday. Monday, tomorrow, no idea. We'll just see what comes. If I see any updates, I mean, we could do the Ruby Frankie thing if whatever. We'll see. The Long Island serial killer thing is kind of interesting to me. That somebody got offended that I titled that last video, the clip that I titled it "Pimp Attorney on Serial Killers' Male Lovers." I guess they offended. They said that it could be offensive to the attorney, but I thought it was funny. I said pimp, not like he's a pimp with, like, you know, women and stuff, like on the streets, but like pimp, like, damn, that guy looks pimp. He kind of does look like a pimp a little bit. He got the cane and everything. Why not? What's wrong with that? But he dresses eccentric, but not in a bad way. He just sticks out. He's like, what was that? Eclectic? What's that word? I don't know, but not in a bad way though. Or whatever. Big Pimpin'. Did you cover the Caitlyn? No, I didn't cover that, Teresa Bond. Did you cover how Caitlyn Armstrong tried to escape jail? No. I'm thinking that we should cover the case maybe towards the end of the week. If we're gonna do the trial, we should kind of cover it and go over some of the details, I guess. At some point towards the end of the week, even the weekend, just cover it before the trial starts. Sometimes, like, it's good to do that, to cover it before the trial starts, but I also sometimes like the surprises during the trial, because it's like, I almost feel like sometimes when you know all the stuff, like when you do the probable cause affidavit and you know almost everything, it's kind of like nothing is like surprising. Even though you still can't get surprises, sometimes you get videos that you never seen, like Letitia Stout. That trial, we got a lot of audio and calls that we never heard of before in video, but I almost feel like it takes out a little bit of the oomph. But I think it's still good to cover, maybe, I guess. Gonna go do sit-ups? I moved the bench press into my room because it was taking up too much space. I reorganized my room this weekend, and I made some more space out here. Notre Dame says SF investigates his heading back to Arizona to search for Chelsea Grimm. More tomorrow. Hey, I might hit him up. I've thought of hitting him up. Well, let me see what happens with Daniel Robinson, because I thought of hitting him up about maybe both cases. If I can keep it all in my head, but like maybe he could give updates on like both cases and talk about it, his search and stuff. PYW says there's tunnels under Gaza. I didn't know that. I heard somebody else saying that too. I got to see how I'm going to do the guest thing. If I'm just going to do it on StreamYard. Maybe that's the simplest way, like StreamYard. So, well, if you download the Citizen app, you get more crazy crime around Los Angeles. I need to do that. I had it set up on this thing for my computer that lets you download apps. And the thing is, I had to manipulate it because that Citizen app works with your local area and it won't let you go to another area. So I think I changed it to... Let's see. Let's see if it still shows Los Angeles or where's it showing? Or can you do it anywhere you want? Los Angeles. I don't think it's working properly. Yeah, there's this like thing on the computer that lets me use apps and stuff, but I don't think it's working properly now. I'll have to figure it out. Yeah, I'll have to figure it out some other time. All right, I'm going to jump out, I guess. I don't want to make the stream too long. Oh, you do sit up and rowing. Those are good. Yeah, I need to get back on some sit-ups. Yeah, I'm curious to see if we get any updates from this manhunt or the Georgia manhunt. Annie, thank you so much. Damn, you've been making it rain. Oh, I gotta ask the other people too if they got refunds. The memberships are working. Hey, yeah, I'm working on more. I'm gonna do more emojis. I added some more the other day, but I'm gonna do more emojis. I've been working on the merch too, but like I'm supposed to get some of my own merch. I ordered some for tomorrow. It should be coming tomorrow. And I've slowly been adding. Oops, wrong thing. I've been slowly adding merch to the website. It's just kind of a little bit trickier to do than the other one. Kind of, it's easier, but then it's also trickier in some instances. So I got to do that. Okay. Music City Mom. All right, so I'm gonna head out for now. Yo, hopefully we'll get some stuff tonight, man. Hopefully we'll get some whatever, and we'll figure out next week. All right, I've been wanting to kind of pump up the content, like, or just being live more active and being active on both channels, and I kind of took off yesterday, but yeah, I want to continue to kind of push. So we'll see. All right, I love you guys. Thank you, Annie, so much. Have a good night. All right. Oh, Pilates. I still haven't done Pilates. Pickle Park. Let's go to Pickle Park. Yeah, we'll go to Pickle Park. That Pickle Park thing is so weird to me. Like, the guy's just like hooking up random with other people, just wait, or like hanging in the bathroom stall, just waiting. Free shipping, mini coaches available. I have a merch thing on Amazon, actually. I actually should update Amazon. I could put it on there too. I should do that. I have an Amazon store. I never updated it though.